Morning, here we are, bright and early. It is, I don't know what day it is, Wednesday I think, and I'm getting ready to take the Coyote over to PEI, Prince Edward Island. It's a 220-mile trip. It's forecast to take me 2 hours and a half to get there currently with the current winds and stuff, so I've got 3 hours, pessimistically 3 hours of fuel on board, realistically about 3.5. So I've got lots of gas to get there. Shouldn't be any stops. It should just be hop in the plane, turn it on and go. I've got some airspace to avoid, which will be fun. That means some low level flying over some pretty rugged terrain. Looking on Google Maps indicates that there are some landing spots in case the engine quits there. And then once I get past that airspace in Moncton, I will climb and back up to 7,500 feet. I'm going to try to aim to stay at 7,500 feet today as much as I can, and that will give me enough distance to glide over the Northumberland Strait if the engine quit as much as halfway across. So should be good, should be a fun flight. So I'm getting ready to just finish the walk around and hop in and go. So I'm going to do my best to record as much as I can. I had a bit of an issue with one of the cameras the other day, but I think I got it sorted out. I'm not 100% sure though, but whatever, I'm gonna do my best. That's why I brought this one along as well. So at least if you don't get audio, you can get some video, and I'll try to get some cool footage. So anyway, there's sort of the last shot of the Coyote in Woodstock for now until Chris comes back for a visit, because Chris should totally come back for a visit in the Coyote, right? Because that's a fun little cross country. So anyway, that's that for now. Let's pile in and make some noise and hit the skies. Well, it looks like we have a little bit of fog at the end of the runway, but it's over the river and not very high, so we should clear it no problem. Engine temperatures are just coming into the green now. I'm going to run it up a little bit more, make sure she's nice and warm. I've had the engine running for almost 8 minutes now, but I want to make sure she's nice and warm before I take off. So we'll just run it up here a little bit, finish the warm up, and then we're going to go. Woodstock traffic, ultralight Papa Victor Sierra, taxiing into position on runway 31 for departure, Woodstock. Oh yeah, that fog is quite low. It's only treetop height here at the airport, so it's high off the river, but the river's down 200 feet from here, so we be good. Alrighty, I guess we should go flying. Woodstock traffic, ultralight Papa Victor Sierra, departing runway 31, left turn out, climbing to 7,500, heading north, heading south, Woodstock. Alrighty then, let's go flying. Very pretty fog. Alright, well, I guess that was the takeoff. I'm going to turn the cameras off, save the battery, and I'll check back in if something cool happens.
Well, just thought I'd check in. I just passed Fredericton. Ground speed of 92 miles an hour. Airspeed is 70 miles an hour. And RPM is 5600. I have a neat little switch here. It says chauffage. That's French for heat. There's a little mini radiator in under the dash with a fan on it. So I flip that on and I get some warm air, which is great. Anyway, everything else is looking good. EGTs are 1075, which is beautiful. Water temperature is just on the low end, but it's cold outside. I think it's probably pretty close to freezing at this altitude. I'm at 7,500 feet. But yeah, no, it's this isn't even the rugged terrain part yet. This is still pretty civilized, and yet there are not very many places to land if the engine quits. Fortunately, from this altitude, I got a lot of options. I can glide to a lot of places if I have to. But I'm currently over this less congested area and away from the highway because I needed to avoid Fredericton airspace. So it's avoided completely now. So straight on towards Havelock. By the time I get to Havelock, I have to drop down to 2,800 feet to stay underneath the Class E shelf of airspace. And then I will fly. That's where the terrain is going to get rugged. I'm going to fly through some rugged terrain out over some bays and stuff. Hopewell Rock area, that's the home of the world's highest tide. So I'm going to fly over that, and then I'm going to pop up, hopefully back up to 7,500 feet if I can, to cross the Northumberland Strait and then right into Summerside. So seems pretty straightforward. We'll see how it goes. Well, checking in with you again. Just coming up to Wayman Airfield, and this is the point at which I need to be below 3,000 feet until I get to Amherst, Nova Scotia. That's where I'll be back outside of the Class E airspace and I can climb back up. The reason I can't go through the Class E airspace is because I don't have a transponder. If I had a transponder, I could have just called up the tower and said, hey, I'm transitioning your airspace, and he'd give me a squawk code and I'd just fly right on through. But where I don't have that, I have to stay out of his airspace. And the airspace there is like an upside down wedding cake. It goes up, goes out, and then goes up again. So I'm flying underneath that shelf, and that shelf starts at 3,000 feet. So as long as I stay underneath that shelf of 3,000 feet while I transition across here, I'll be fine. I'm at 3,100 feet now. Wayman Air Park is just off the nose. All I got to do is drop another 100, 150 feet to be safe. I'm going to go down to 2,800 is where I'm going to go. And that gives me a good 200-foot buffer, make sure I stay out of their airspace. And it's pretty rugged terrain coming up, so maybe I'll just leave the cameras rolling at this point, although I'm not sure how much battery's left, and I'd really like to get the landing in Summerside, so I think I'll turn them back off. But I'll try to get some footage with the handheld camera for you as I transition through this more scenic route. Scenery is nice, it's just not fun to land on. So you can see we've got all kinds of fields here, but all those fields are about to disappear, and we're about to go over some pretty dense forest, and there's some logging trails, some logging clear cuts and stuff. So I'll have some options, but it's not going to be a smooth landing if I have to set it down. Anyway, I'm at my 2,800 feet, well 2,900 feet, so I'll go down just a little bit more and carry on that way, I guess. So I will see you on the next update. this is the first of the water crossings that I have to do. This is like the Bay of Fundy Bay something thing. I don't know. I'm not a geography teacher. That's some of the terrain I just flew over. You would have seen some shots from the handheld camera a minute ago. We had a couple of options to land. Every now and then something would pop up. There'd be a good clear road or a good clear cut. Every now and then there was actually like a hay field or pasture type looking field. So I had some options. It wasn't as scary as I thought it was going to be. This is the scary part now though, is crossing the water, and this is the small water crossing. Once I get across here, I can start to climb back up to 7,500 feet for the big water crossing. That one I'm not looking forward to, but the math checks out. I'll be within gliding distance of the shore at all times, so I'm happy about that, but still, I'm not used to flying over water, so anyway, nice little coastal village there. I'm going to turn off the cameras once again, and hopefully the next time I turn them on, we will be in PEI. So I'll get some handheld on the way across here, and then I'll put these guys back on for the landing. So anyway, I hope you're enjoying the video so far. So far it's been a pretty nice flight, so I'm quite happy with it so far. The hard part's coming though. Well, here we are, halfway across the Northumberland Strait. There is the Confederation Bridge connecting PEI to the mainland. It's a toll bridge, interestingly enough, free to cross to get into PEI, but you have to pay to leave. I think it's like $50 or something. It's pretty expensive, but the ferry takes a heck of a lot longer and is even more expensive still, I think. So it makes sense for most people to just pay the toll and cross the bridge. So I'm going to leave the cameras on from here until I land. I hope the batteries last. I'm 15 miles away. They should. I'm going to make a radio call. I think I'm going to start to descend. I believe I have the shore made in terms of gliding distance. That guy for sure. At 7,500 feet, it wasn't as scary as I thought coming across. There's the airport. I just spotted it. Looks like that camera's still on anyway. Not sure about this one. I hope it's still on. Summerside Unicom, ultralight Papa Victor Sierra, 2 miles to the southwest. Getting ready to cross midfield to join right downwind for 2-3, Summerside. Summerside Unicom, Papa Victor Sierra is crossing midfield and joining right downwind for 2-3, full stop, Summerside. I don't know if you can see those on the camera. I think those are lobster traps down there. Not 100% sure. Some sort of fishing apparatus anyway. Not a fisherman. Summerside Unicom, Papa Victor Sierra, turning base for full stop landing runway 23, Summerside. And Summerside Unicom, Papa Victor Sierra, final for 2-3, full stop, Summerside. Aww. Summerside Unicom, Papa Victor Sierra, clear of the runway. Summerside. There's Chris. He's happy to see his plane home. Who wouldn't be? And there we are in PEI. Anyway, there may be more of an outro later, but in case there isn't, thanks for watching.
Welcome to Summerside.
Well, hello, Chris.
How's it going?
Good, you?
Good, good. Didn't hear you on the radio, man.
What's the frequency?
122.5.
That's what I put in.
Huh.
122.95.
Strange.
That is strange.
We were all sitting in there waiting for your radio call and saw you landing. It was like, he didn't even make a radio call.
Yeah, well, I did, but just didn't transmit for whatever reason. Antenna's hooked up. Radio seems to be on. I didn't pick up the ASOS either, or the AWAS. Nope.
Huh.
So I don't know if there's some sort of problem with my radio or what. It works in the Beaver. I don't know why it wouldn't work here.
Yeah.
It worked in Woodstock. Ken said he could hear me
Okay.
when I was talking there, so I don't know.
Okay.
Weird.
Well, she's home.
Here it is.
Yep. Was it a smooth flight?
Yeah, it was very smooth. It's a little bump here and there just coming over the island, but that's it. Otherwise, yeah, no, it was smooth flight all the way.